As the pandemic intensified, COVID-19 claimed one of Utah's greatest advocates for military veterans.
In an ironic twist, William E. Christoffersen died in the Salt Lake Veterans Nursing Home named in his honor. News specialist Jed Bull spoke exclusively with his widow and a close colleague about Christoffersen's enduring service.
Friends and family of William E. Christoffersen tell me he fought for his country in World War II, and when he came home, he fought even harder for his fellow veterans.
Bill dedicated 70-plus years of his life to veterans.
He was a legend in his own time, and he was.
Full steam ahead, everything he did.
William E. Christoffersen was drafted into World War II 2 weeks after graduating from South Cache High School in Hiram, Utah. As an Army platoon leader in the Pacific, Christoffersen saw action against enemy forces in Leyte, Luzon, and Manila. Death and destruction surrounded him, but Christoffersen was never hurt during his 2.5 years of combat.
He would never talk about it because he said it was, indescribable, too horrible. He said, I don't want to relive that again.
When he came home alive and others who served next to him did not, his widow, Elaine, tells me he came to a realization.
And he said he realized that what had happened was God went everywhere with him.
He was motivated to serve.
He dedicated his life to veterans.
Christoffersen was elected to the National Executive Committee of the American Legion and served more than 50 years, the longest-serving executive in its history. He fought for veterans' benefits, worked to create Utah's only veterans cemetery and memorial park in Bluffdale, and organized programs to help homeless veterans.
Some of Bill's resolutions are even law.
There is not a single veterans project in this state over the past 50 years that Bill was not a part of.
Terry Scow is a former director of the Utah Department of Veterans Affairs and also a member of the National Executive Committee of the American Legion.
Ferocious, dedicated, committed, and I consider him to be one of my dearest friends and certainly a mentor, because he helped show me the way.
Christoffersen traveled back and forth to Washington, D.C. to make things happen for veterans.
He knew senators, congressmen, governors, presidents.
Forging relationships with those who could help his cause.
He said, you can't accomplish anything without a team. He was even that way in our home.
For several decades, Christoffersen pushed Utah to build its first veterans home.
The first attempt fell through.
The home eventually opened on the campus of the Salt Lake VA in 1998 and was named in Christoffersen's honor in 2013. When he returned 2 years ago as a resident, he thought it was time for the state to build another home in Salt Lake County or expand this one, working to create a new nursing home in Salt Lake with individual rooms, which would be safer for residents in future pandemics.
This is the only home in the state where the veterans share a room. They had a high COVID rate.
Fighting for veterans even as his life faded.
Bill was tireless.
Accomplishing so much while always deflecting credit.
He said, long after I'm gone, my name will be on a building. How cool is that?
For